From Hollywood, the heart of the entertainment world, the Hollywood Palace. With your host, Bing Crosby, and his guests from the Hollywood Palace 5th Anniversary Show. We'll return to the Hollywood Palace after a word from one of our sponsors.
Hello, Bob.
How'd you like to own that baby?
Oh, Peggy and I'd love it, but with 4 more in the family.
Yeah. I just got a good deal on the hardtop. Looks great. Plenty of room.
Yeah? Let's take a look. I gotta look for a new cigarette, too.
Huh?
Oh, this menthol brand. No taste left.
Well, here, try these.
Fools. Why not?
Come up to the cool taste, the coolest taste in any cigarette. Get Cool's white filter, rich tobaccos too. Taste extra coolness, let Cool's come through for you.
Well, what do you think, Jim? Made up your mind? I did about Cool's. Tastes great.
Come up to the cool taste, the taste to stay with every time you smoke.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, here is your 5th anniversary host, Bing Crosby.
Now will everyone here kindly step to the rear and let a winner lead the way. Here's where we separate the notes from the noise, the men from the boys, the rose from the poison. I'll be back in the bunch. I came up with a hunch. This was an up and Adam day. Yes, it's one of those spells when you hear the right bells and your horoscope tells you to say, hey, will everyone here kindly step to the rear and let a winner lead the way. I hear those trumpets begin to blare, and now I'm Washington across the Delaware. Will everyone here kindly step to the rear and let a winner lead the way. Here's where we separate the duck from the quack, the ace from the pack, the pimp from the Macintoshes back in the coop. I came up with a scoop. This was the time to rise and say, I've got in my eyes such a jubilant sky that the 4th of July will seem gray. Hey, will everyone here kindly step to the rear and let a winner lead the way. And let a winner. Good evening, and thanks very much. You know, tonight marks the return of the Hollywood Palace to its old-time spot on Saturday nights. And boy, we're happy to say that it's here to stay. We have a big birthday show tonight, and we have some illustrious Hollywood Palace hosts who've sent word that they're going to be dropping by and kind of help us cut up the cake. We've got all kinds of people.
You know, girls, I'm very happy you didn't spill the shot.
Oh, no, couldn't have that.
How you feeling,
Feel
baby?
great, Jim. What do you got there? What is that, a pizza pusher of some kind?
No.
I don't know about your cooking, but I like your staff.
Well, you know, we're here to make the cake for the big birthday party, Bing.
Yeah?
And you know something? Allow me to introduce my Danish pastries. From the Durante School of Creative Cookery, whose motto is yeast and flour. Power.
I dig all the way. I applaud your zeal. Yeah, I applaud your zeal, Jimmy, but what do you know about baking?
Are you kidding?
Yeah.
While everyone was freezing Betty Crocker, I was in the kitchen with Sarah Lee.
You sure you don't mean Sarah Bernhardt?
Who's he? Stop it, Bing. You're breaking the trend of my talk.
I apologize.
Now I want you to meet my Pepperidge Farmer's daughters.
Glad to know them. Be delighted.
This is my flower shifter. And if you think...
You shift flour around, huh?
And if you think Pillsbury does it best, look at this. Come on, not your
You got something there, Jeff.
You know, and this
Yes?
is my batter beater.
Oh, yes.
When she beats the batter with the butter, there's no better batter beater who is the world's greatest maker of... No, I went ahead of the line.
You went ahead of the line. You're in another show.
Oh, but I'm the love. Is that all the guy gave me?
No, you see.
All right, let me take that line again.
Introduce the butter.
Go back a line before that.
You think this is too smooth, too unconsistent? Butter it up.
You know, Bing, I have a line or two, if you don't mind.
My clothes will be out of date before you get to it.
Bing? Bing, this is my batter beater.
Oh, yeah.
When she beats the batter with the butter, there's no better batter beater whoever beat the butter with a batter beater.
You're patting your part here.
And, get him off.
Hey, Ben, if this keeps up, I'm going to have to shave again.
Get him off, will you, baby? Get him off.
Here, that's not in the script. Where do you see that?
Don't worry.
Now, what is
Don't
this?
worry. There'll be another rehearsal tonight.
What does this young lady do?
And this is the world's greatest baker of marble cake.
Marble cake. Is she going to bake a marble cake tonight?
She would be, but she hasn't got all the marbles. I got a million of them, a million.
Loaded, I'm not. Tell me the lovely young lady on your left. Now, what does she do?
I don't know.
You don't know.
Yes, she's been with me for 7 years, and the question never came up. All right, girls. Back to the kitchen and finish the cake.
Yes. See you around, Jimmy.
No, wait a minute. I got another line. You're not getting rid of me so quick. You know, Bing, forgive the girls.
Yes.
They know not what they do.
I know.
I'm happy to say.
Now, for the moment, we will have to defer the pleasure of watching Jimmy bake a cake and move on for the opening turn for tonight's show. They're a star attraction from the Moscow State Circus, and they call themselves the Human Shock Absorbers. And their act is so amazing, really, it's so amazing it has to be seen to be believed. And here they are for the first time on American television, the Solokhins. Oh, look at here. A series of swing-time side somersaults is performed only by the Solokhins on the shock-absorbing rope.
Felony Squad. For them, the extraordinary is routine.
Hello, young fella. What's wrong?
We got lost.
Your mommy got lost.
Still don't like it. Taking too big a risk.
Come on, Dan. Things are warming up.
Hope the heat doesn't melt your bag.
Hold it, police!
There are easier jobs.
How fast can you make it to Union Station?
About 3 minutes.
Make it 2.
The Felony Squad, in color on ABC.
You know, you just can't have a birthday party without pretty girls. At least that's what George Jessel always tells me. And our next guest is one of the most talented, one of the most exotic, lissome beauties in the whole... Hi, Bing. We seem to be up to our hips in street vendors tonight. What is this, Phil? Is this the welcome wagon for Jack Daniels?
Yeah. Happy New Year.
Phil, oh boy, I must tell you, New Year's was about 2 weeks ago.
You think your way and I'll think mine. I'm still rolling, Dad. Hey, I just pedaled in from Palm Springs because I heard that the Hollywood Palace was celebrating a birthday.
Oh, and you brought us a little sauce from Sausalito, huh? I knew we could depend on you for some happy potables, huh?
That's right, Daddy.
You're
I
the
got a
boss.
whole freezer full for the party, Bing.
Oh, you did?
Reach right in there.
Oh, what do you got here?
Everything.
That's milk.
Milk! Milk!
Yeah.
My goodness, Bing, somebody's got our carts mixed. Do you know that somewhere in Palm Springs, Pat Boone is either getting stoned or christening a ship? You know, I better get over there right away before he goes wild and has his shoes cleaned.
Yeah, we'll come back with the right car.
I will. I'm coming back,
Yeah.
baby.
You
All
want to take
right.
the milk with you?
I'll see you later. Happy, yeah. I'll take the milk.
Drink the milk.
I'll take it. High school milk here. Get
nice
you right.
milk.
What am I going to do? High school milk.
There you go. Phil Harris. Phil Harris, the only man who goes further than platform age. And that's the nicest thing that can happen to a party, really. Any party. Saturday, any other night of the week, it really doesn't matter, is Miss Peggy Lee.
What is a woman? What is she made of? Why is a woman afraid of not being in love? What is a woman? What does she long for? Why is it wrong with rainbows and changes. One day they grow up and April is over forever. To be a woman means being lonely. That's why a woman is only alive when in love. What is a woman? What does she long for? Young girls are April with rainbows, changes. One day they grow up, April is over forever. To be a woman means being lonely. That's why a woman is only alive when in love. Seem like old times being here together, just like old times. Love is winter weather and it's still a thrill just to be around you. Still a thrill, the way it was the day I found it. Seems like old times. Birthday cakes and flowers, just like old times. I could sing for hours and dreams do come true. Now that I'm here with you, yes, it seems like old times. It seems like old times. This is something groovy, yes, like old times. Better than a movie and dreams do come true. Now that I'm here with you, it seems like old times, like I've never been away. Old times, how are you today? Yes, it seems like the good old times.
For headache pain, muscular pain, or fever of a cold, is there any way to improve on Bayer aspirin to make it faster or stronger? Well, suppose you buffered it, or combined it with other drugs, or fizzed it, or tried to find a stronger ingredient and gave it a fancy name. Would any of these things make Bayer aspirin any faster or stronger? Well, first of all, aspirin is already the strongest pain reliever you can buy. Fizzing wouldn't improve it, nor would combining aspirin with other drugs. And buffering doesn't add speed or strength or gentleness either. You see, no one has ever found a way to improve on Bayer aspirin, because Bayer is 100% aspirin, and aspirin is the strongest pain reliever you can buy. Bayer works wonders.
Looking over the guest list for the party tonight, we're happy to find a name that looms large both on and off the football field. He's the all-time great tackle of the Los Angeles Rams, and he's a fellow that's just about as shifty with a song as he is breaking up a screen pass. And here he is, Roosevelt Grier. You know what amazes me about you, though? How can such a big voice come out of such a little fellow?
Well, thank you, Ming. How many records do you think I'm going to sell?
How many records? Well, if you go house to house, Rosie, you're going to sell as many as you want.
You know, Bing, I'm not the only member of the Los Angeles Rams who sings. We have the finest defensive singing unit in football.
Yes, you've got a lot of National Football League quarterbacks singing the blues, too. I know they're very good. Ladies and gentlemen, here they are, the Big Four, who led the Rams to their greatest football season in history. Roger Brown, Merlin Olsen, Lamar Lundy, and Deacon Jones. The famous Fearsome Folks.
Under the boardwalk, under the boardwalk, under the boardwalk. When the sun beats down and melts the top on the roof, and your shoes get so hot you wish your tired feet were fireproof. Under the boardwalk,
That's a sensational rendition. A smash. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3. Where's Lamar? Lamar Lundy.
Well, Mr. Crosby, you may not believe this, but we've managed to mislay a 6'7", 265-pound defensive end somewhere.
That's hard to do.
I believe we hit him in the snow under the snowbank of Green Bay, right?
Oh, it can get pretty snowy up there, that's for
But
sure.
really, we're not here to sing tonight. We're here tonight to honor the world's greatest football player.
Oh, Red Grange. Is the Iceman in the audience?
No, sir. Not Red Grange.
Who
no.
then? Oh, Bronco Nagurski or Y.A. Tittle, huh?
No, Bing, we mean you. Pop Crosby.
Really?
The galloping crooner from Gonzaga U.
Now, wait a minute. Roger, just a minute. You're putting me on. Now, you're putting me...
You rewrote the record books, Bing. You rolled up more total yardage than Burlington Mill.
Now, listen, there seems to be a credibility gap here in the Gonzaga Library. I did a little scrimmaging once in a while with the varsity, went out there and dug in a little, but I never really...
Oh, you're just being modest, Bing.
No, I'm not. No, really.
Come on, guys, let's get him up to the banquet.
What's that? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Where we going?
Go to the banquet.
Let's hear it for old BC, Bill Cosby.
And now, gentlemen, and our guests, here's your Toastmaster, a great friend of yours, and his Milton Berle. Hey!
Thank you, Rosie Beard. That introduction was wonderful. I had all the sincerity of Richard Nixon campaigning for LBJ. But Bing, this is your night, and let me say that I have followed Pop Crosby's career in college and after college, and no one deserves the name Pop more than Crosby. Laugh it up, football players, please. I laugh when you play. But I admire this man, Pop Crosby. This man has led a good, clean, respectable life. Unfortunately, it wasn't his. And now, we love you, Pop.
I know.
And now to present Pop Crosby with the first award is a great, great football star, a man of many, many rare gifts. I know because he never gave me any. Gentlemen, Merlin Olsen.
Hey!
We would just like to present Pops Crosby with this beautiful plaque as the outstanding lineman of the year from Bell Telephone Systems.
Very, very funny, Merlin. You ought to be penalized 15 yards for that last line. Now, let's hear from one of the greatest tight ends football ever saw, and I mean tight. Phil Harris.
I think that Alonzo Stagg put it aptly when he said, football builds the body, and this is what preserves it. I rest my case.
Wonderful, Phil, wonderful. You got a lot of talent, but it's all in Alice's name. But last, and not least, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the Dean Emeritus of Gonzaga University. Which joke you working on? Dean Emeritus, that position is about as important as being the cruise director on the Queen Mary. This gentleman that I'm about to present speaks 8 languages: English, Russian, Spanish, French, Italian, and Greek. Unfortunately, he speaks them all at the same time. May I present the very Honorable James Durante.
Yeah.
Thank you. Guest of honor, Mr. President, and fellow guests. In the words of the early Latins, and I include Caesar Romero, and I quote, saboteurs, factori, cur Rickety and curricula. Which means don't use the teacher's parking space.
Thank you, Dr. No Little. Where'd you get that speech? Off a can of Franco-American? No, I really admire Mr. Durante, a man of his age, and he still chases women. But he forgets what for. And now, gentlemen, let's hear from our beloved guest of honor, a great football hero in the historic game against Tacoma Tech, took out the right guard. Took out the right guard and left his family defenseless. Here he is, Pop Crosby. Let's hear it.
Thank you very much. This is indeed a great honor. I've had a lot of wonderful evenings in my life, and this isn't one of them. I would like to thank Milton Berle for taking time out from his files to be here. And let me say that there's only one Phil Harris, and that's Dean Martin. Speaking of deans, let me thank the Dean Emeritus, James Durante, for being here. The Greeks had a word for him, but I'm sure if he tried to pronounce it, he'd perform a tracheotomy on himself. And now, in closing, would you all join me in the old school song?
Yes, now let's all sing along with Pop.
Fight, 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 fight for Gonzaga. Go, 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 go for Gonzaga. Drink a toast to victory. Gonzaga, you and me. Stay tuned for lots more in the Hollywood Palace.
These are the men of the FBI.
I wish the two of you resembled each other more closely.
Hart, what's involved? A mustache, a pair of glasses, and an accent.
Well, you certainly might have seen a photograph.
I don't say there won't be a risk. There's bound to be.
Men dedicated to the prevention of crime. Dedicated to the protection of the innocent.
The Bureau's main concern in kidnappings has always been the victim.
I can't trade one for the other.
Hold it, FBI. The FBI. Men who risk their lives to ensure a nation's security.
Can you put me on her deck?
The FBI. In color on ABC.
I've just got a flash from the kitchen that Jimmy Durante's cake is almost done and it's ready for frosting. The oven is set at 150 degrees, and Jimmy's blood pressure is just about the same thing with all those pretty girls around. Now let's start the second half of our birthday ball with a little thing that we've been preparing for a long time. Morning, how are you? Glad to see you.
Thank you. Thank you.
There he is.
Thank you very much. Bing, I just got by to wish the Hollywood Palace a happy birthday.
That's very nice of you, Larry.
Now that you're back on Saturday, we can play some golf again on Sundays.
That sounds great. I'm your man. Listen, I hope you don't mind my mention. I just thought I'd say that when we're on the first tee and you're swinging, don't say a 1, a 2, a 3. Don't do that. Just holler 4, That's all we'll need.
Well, thanks, Bing. We'll be watching whenever you're on the Palace.
Thank you.
We're always on the lookout for a new boy singer.
Well, how about Harry Jr.?
Well, that's very fine, but we also accept you.
Well, all right, I'm ready.
Good night,
Thank you,
Bing.
Art. Good night. All right. Tell me, Peg, what's new?
Not much.
How's the scene going with you?
It's fine.
Gee, it's good to see you, Peg. Yes, I've missed you so.
Oh.
More than you'll ever know. Gee, it's good to see you, Peg.
All he has to do is say hello. That's the sweetest melody I know. The sound of angels singing soft and low. When he makes music.
Do I hear a waltz?
Very odd, but I hear a waltz. There isn't a band and I don't understand it at all.
I do hear a waltz. I see you and I hear a waltz. It's what I've been waiting for all my life to hear a waltz. I know I stand in line until you think you have the time to spend an evening with me. And if we go someplace to dance, I know that there's a chance you won't be leaving with me. Then afterwards we drop into a quiet little place and have a drink or two. And then I go and spoil it all by saying something stupid like I love you.
Why did you join the group?
The last time I did, I was looping the loop.
Obligato.
Yes, pizzicato and Guy Lombardo. It's the craziest when you noodle with the doodling song.
2, 3, 4. I like it so much you'll do it some more. A little soft and a daddy more. Even softer, a pianissimo. I say you love me with a doodling song. Red and yellow and pink and
yellow and
purple and orange and blue. I can sing a rainbow, sing a rainbow, sing a rainbow too.
When the blue of the night
Still trying to make that car
makes it gold of the day. We're gonna call it back for a rewrite. I'll be calling.
Yellow bird up high in banana tree. Yellow bird, you sit all alone like me. Did your lady friend leave the nest again? That is very bad, makes me feel so sad. You can fly away, in the sky away. You're more lucky than I.
Hey, my world is spinning. Now I know I'm winning. You stay home now. Don't ever roam now.
And I'll say, Bing, it's so good to see you.
Me too.
It's a very special season on ABC.
This is the Convent Santanco in Puerto Rico. The gusty trade winds that swirl around are something we sisters have learned to cope with. But to Sister Bertrille, our new novice from America, these lively breezes came as a bit of a shock. However, Sister Bertreel was as much of a shock to some of us. She was 90 pounds of young ideas, boundless energy, and charm. She immediately set out to solve some of our problems, applying some rather unusual talents. Until one day, she displayed the most remarkable talent of all.
Good grief! The wind lifts me up like this, you see. Now I can go down like this and I go off that way. Or I can go down like this or I go off that way.
Sally Field takes off as the Flying Nun. Watch for her in color on ABC.
You know, since the first Hollywood Palace, I think it was on the night of January 4th, 1964, more than 1,200 different acts have tumbled, juggled, and sung their way across this stage. Along with these versatile vaudevillians, the foremost stars of Hollywood and Broadway have provided us, all of us involved in the show, from the producers right down to the cue card boys, with some very, very pleasurable moments. Now, we've compiled some of these past performances in a reel of clips culled from the tape files. We'd like to share these memories with you now. Starting with our first season, BC, before color. Well, as I say, over at the Warner Brothers, boys, roll 'em. Ah, the flashy Gene Kelly.
Unforgettable. That's what you are. Unforgettable. Though near or far. Like a song of love that clings to me. How the thought of you does things to me never before has someone been more.
Everybody loves somebody sometime. Everybody falls in love somehow. Something in your kiss told me my sometime is right now.
Now! Something for the youngsters. 5 singing boys from England who sold a lot of albums. They're called the Rolling Stones. I've been rolled while I was stoned myself. So I don't know what they're singing about, but here they are at.
Buster Keaton, Gloria Swanson.
You see, I feel better now. I have my street clothes on. The management asked me to show one of my inventions, but I have a brand new one. Tell you, this is very interesting. Suppose you wake up in the middle of the night, and every clock in the house, you don't know what time it is. Now, my invention, you can find out what time it is. It's very simple. Wait, I'll show it to you.
Hey, what's the matter with you? Don't you know it's 2:30 in the morning?
Old man time. That's it, Jerry. Swing out there. He's so mean. He's so mean. Meanest man. Oh, meanest man. You ever see. Oh, yes. He gives you youth, then he steals it away. Yeah. He takes your nice curly hair, turns it gray.
Now I'll trap him now.
Betty Davis,
You answer it.
Bert Law.
He'll hang up on me. Answer it and repeat after me everything I say, or I'll drop this chair on your head. Now repeat. Come right over. The coast is clear.
Come right over. The coast is clear.
The dope is out for the evening.
The dope is out for the evening.
And bring a nice bottle of gin.
And bring a nice bottle of gin.
Good.
Now you talk. It's your mother.
Hello, Ma. I'll call you later. Well, so what?
Trouble is, the answer will be.
And then, happily, ABC put a little color in our lives. And here are some of the palette stars in every hue, from puce to pomegranate.
We're the favorite lads of girls in the picture ads. We'd like to tell you who we kissed last night, but we can't because
The great Judy Garland.
are waiting at the club. But how are we to get there? That's the rub. That's the rub. We would sail up the avenue, but we haven't got a yacht. We would drive up the avenue, but the horse we had was shot. We would ride on a trolley car, but we haven't got the fare. So we'll walk up the avenue, yes, we'll walk up the avenue, yes, we'll walk up the avenue till we're there.
Actually, there is only one woman in the world who makes me feel a little bit better about my figure. And that is my dear friend, Hildegard Klackenhammer. She's skinny, oh, skinny, skinny, skinny. She's actually happy when she gets a mosquito bite because then she has a figure.
Sarge, maggio diventando qui diventa fantastico. Fantastico 21 hanno rosicato, diventato il gelato.
Ah, grazie.
E 29 lo so cicalo, non ne pettetto lo fa.
Ah, grazie.
E 4 ne viene caloso, viene a mare.
Grazie.
Non solo che dato giramanti.
Ah,
e lo
grazie.
tutti regalati in me, loro facciano zo di gelato. Oh, la ginna cavalli, che sanno. Me lo sorretto, bebè. Mamma lo cosette, lo coso, quattorsa. E cosa ne venuti la
Grazie, grazie Cesare, ah che bellezza, ma tu parli italiano benissimo, ma sei una cannonata, io non ho mai visto nessuno parlare italiano come lo parli tu, e credimi, io e te andremo dove si dice arriva, andremo vicino al mare, andremo sulle montagne.
E scusate! Un momento, I can't stand emotional people.
Sergeant, here are your gold records. You deserve them.
Thank you, Martha, but as a fellow wearer of the Green Beret, I'd like to thank you on behalf of the men in Vietnam. You brought them live entertainment and laughs when they needed it the most.
Well,
And
I
they're
tell
all
you.
very good.
Let's have it. Mention my key.
My kid brother, he's a lazy kid. One day's work is all the work he did. Wrote a song entirely wrong. Up in Yonkers, it is going strong.
I love to sing and I love to smoke. My friends who heard me sing say they'd rather hear me smoke.
You'll be swell. You'll be great. Gonna have the whole world on a plate.
Is that all coming from you?
Not here. Start now. Baby, everything's coming
Do you remember, though, the first time when you were going to Temple?
I remember.
I must tell you a true story. Have you got the time to tell it?
Listen, man, this is a ball.
Okay. I was responsible for Sammy's conversion. He wanted me to turn colored. I said, oh.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce the one person whose encouragement has made all my musical triumphs possible. Ladies and gentlemen, my wonderful violin teacher. Oh, Professor. Now, I know what you're thinking, but you're wrong.
Scooby-Dooby-Dooby, Scooby-Dooby-Dooby, ding dong ding, ding dong ding, boo boo boo, boo boo boo, boo boo boo, boo boo boo. That's mine.
Bring the yellow basket.
Loo-dee-doo-dee-doo-dee-doo-dee-da, loo-dee-doo-dee-doo-dee-doo-dee-doo-dee. Dee-dee-doo-dee-doo-dee-doo-dee-doo-dee-doo. London Bridge is falling down, falling down, falling down. How do we get across the town now that the bridge is down?
The great Ella and all the rest, they all played the Palace. We're going to be back in a half a mo here with more party, more stars, and a birthday cake a la Durante.
An old man and his grandson ride in a lonely search for a gunman called James Sonnet.
Get out of here. You better be ready to explain to the sheriff why you killed a man whose only need was a room for a sick boy.
All I'd have to tell the sheriff is your last name, Sonnet.
What brings you here, Will? I heard you'd settle down.
Well, we're looking for James. You see, the boy ain't never met his pa and feels he needs to. Now, I figure the only thing I can do to help him is try to find him.
Grandpa?
Yeah?
You think we're gonna have trouble in the morning?
Son, I think we'll have trouble every morning.
Walter Brennan stars in The Guns of Will's Sonnet, in color on ABC.
Will everyone here kindly step to the rear? Here's what we've all been waiting for. We think a birthday party is just a fake, unless there's a cake. That's why we've got one coming.
Yes, I've got it lit, so the party's a hit, and now it's time to rise and say, I've got in my eyes such a jubilant sky that the 4th of July will seem gray. Hey, will everyone here kindly step to the rear and let a winner lead the way? Here's Mr. Berle and Peggy Lee. They came to join the perfect celebration. Here with me, and here comes James and Mr. Phil. We're glad they came along, joined us on our birthday bill will everyone kindly step to the rear and let a winner lead the way. Well, looks like it's time to cut the cake. How about you, Jimmy? Want to chop on it?
Not me, Bing. I'm able to miss, and I'll give myself a nose job.
Philip, you want to take a wing?
In my condition, I'm not allowed to handle anything sharp.
I see what you mean. What about you, Milton?
Well, Bing, this is a lady's job. If I'd have known it, I'd have brought her along one of my gowns.
Oh, I know you don't like the poor girl. Peggy, looks like you're going to have to do the honors.
Oh, well, I'd love to.
There you are.
How to cut a cake, baby?
And here's wishing the Hollywood Palace a happy birthday.
Bravo! We've made a wish. It's very clear. We hope you're gonna celebrate with us next year. Will everyone kindly step to the rear and sing a celebration song? It's one of those nights when your head's full of lights, so we're wishing you well on your way. Hey, will everyone here kindly step to the rear and let the winner lead the way? You lost your head. Thank you very much for joining us here on our birthday bash. Thanks, Milton and Peggy and Phil and Jimmy and Jimmy's Danish pastries. The Hollywood Palace next week is going to have a sensational show next Saturday night. I promise you it's going to be the happiest television night of the week because your outstanding host is going to be Mr. Jack Benny. Good night. Thank you.
Travel arrangements for overseas acts and promotional consideration furnished by Pan American World Airways, the world's most experienced airline. Pan Am makes the going great. This is Dick Tufeld speaking. Don't forget, next week at the Hollywood Palace, Chris and Peter Allen, Sammy Davis Jr., Liza Minnelli, the Rodenko Brothers, and your host, Jack Benny.